Hello everybody, my name is Kosif, and it's just going to be a really quick update video. We've been talking about smithing and sort of like how the game works, and we came to a conclusion that we are going to be changing smithing. Now, for anybody who's been, a consistent RuneScape player, you should know by now that Jagex have been looking into reworking smithing. Um, Currently, literally from the beginning of time, smithing has pretty much been pretty much useless to actually, your combat and some other stuff. You might have been that type of player. I know I was certainly in the very early days where I tried to begin with, I was buying everything from the stores, but then I was starting to try and smith my own stuff. But sort of like after the game got more well known and more popular, smithing was pretty much useless. You wouldn't really use it to smith your own gear. So say if you're just a full out account, not like a pure or anything, and you were trying to get some mithril armor, you would just probably this is probably before the Grand Exchange. You would just go around the stores and buying it all. You wouldn't go for like 50 smithing, because that was quite a big feat to do back in the day. But then you got like, say if you got to rune armor, which is like 40 defense, you could relatively get 40 defense in like a day if you really tried. But well, not in a day, but in a few hours to say the least. But it's like once you got 40 defense, to get rune armor, you would just have gone and bought it from other players, because there's definitely no way you're going to get 90 smithing, which would cost literally a crap ton back then, and it would have taken you months and months just to get armor, which you could have bypassed by like buying granite armor or even dragon. Dragon was really expensive as well, so yeah. But so we came to a conclusion, and this is sort of two updates in one, should I say. So first off, we are looking into removing certain stores from the game. These stores are things which sell armor and weapons, and potentially ammo. So, for example, say the magic shop in Varrock, Albury Rune Store. Let's say you're a player and you needed to do some teleporting, and I don't know, you trying to think, and you needed like the runes, so you need like some air runes and fire runes. So instead of like getting like an air talisman and a fire talisman, and then getting like the rune crafting levels, and, going like doing all these rune crafting runs, you could just head to the rune store, and it really skips a lot of content, because I know it's dumb to say we worked hard on making all these skills, but it feels like it's sort of pointless just to skip. That's just the example for ammos such as runes. And of course, there's things like arrows where normally you'd be fletching, although fletching is pay to play, but that's something we might look into later on. But this goes for armor and weapons, not just metal weapons and armor, but for other stuff, like leather, wizard robes. Although wizard robes, that's the only thing you can't sort of like craft. So essentially, we are removing those stores which benefit, just give you a really fast shortcut, because just from my personal experience on playing it, and if anybody's played the beta, the closed beta, sorry, it's always been the same case. They would just always go to the stores to buy better armor and all that stuff, and it feels like sort of pointless. But so we're removing the stores. The reason why we do that is pretty much just to make smithing and skills more needed to increase increase your chances of getting better in the game. Of course, there's always the alternative is just killing say like goblins for like the odd armor pieces now and then, but that's just monster drops. You aren't always guaranteed, so smithing might be good. So for example, on the rework, just in case anybody's unsure, so for example, let's say rune armor to begin with. So at the moment, rune armor is level 99 to smith. In the toolset at the moment, I've got the smithing. So this is where we do the whole. Well, this is where all the smithing's calculated. Go away Windows 10. So say like rune. At the moment you need like level 85 to do rune daggers, and you need 99 to do plate armor, which seems sort of pretty crap because the current state of the project, let's say you do get to like level 20 where you can start to wear rune. There's two ways you can get rune. There's one, you can buy it from like let's say the Champions Guild. You can buy the chain body and the plate legs, but because there isn't sort of like a plate leg slot in Neverwinter Nights 2, so it'll probably just sell chain body. So you could buy a chain body from there. For helmets, you can't buy anywhere, so you would have to kill like lesser demons to get the bed helmet. But for stuff like if you wanted like a rune scimitar, like rune dagger, rune two-hander, rune battle axes, war hammers, kite shields, square shields, all this stuff, you would have to smith it yourself. So we do have a few rune ore spots available, but we've got the same XP table as Runescape. So who in their right mind is going to get to like 99 smith? Well, let's say like only 3 or 5 people join the project. Well, join the server and play active. There's not an economy, so you can't just trade. Say if you got like 100k gold, you can't just start buying like thousands and thousands of coal ore or something like that. Everything's going to be non-existent pretty much. So if the first person to ever like get rune plate bodies because they finished the Champions Guild, they could pass those on to a crap ton of money, because they're going to be let's say somebody smiths rune scimitars. We don't have fire giants out, so you won't be able to smith rune. You won't be able to kill fire giants for rune scimitars. So whoever's able to smith rune scimitars is going to just be controlling the entire game, because that's going to be the best weapon in the game at the moment. So for example, we're changing smithing to, I believe, so there's let me scroll up. So bronze. So we've got 6 categories. So bronze is level 1 to 10. Iron is 10 to 20. Steel is 20 to 30. Mithril is 30 to 40. Adamant is 40 to 50. So rune would be level 50 to level 60. So at level 60 smithing, you'll be able to smith rune plate bodies. And I would say for a player who is like level 20, because you do need to be level 20 to be able to hold. Be able to wield, not wield, be able to wear, rune armor and plate armor. I would say 60 smithing would be in their, suitable range. Although, there's a lot of skill. Well, yeah, there are a lot of skillers out there. So if you are somebody who just likes to skill and make profit, you could essentially, profit a lot. Because I know there are some people out there which don't like skilling. So let's say you have this fighter who's an average, he's quite a high level fighter. He's wearing, mithril. Maybe you could pass on, like adamant armor to him, because he hasn't got it from any drops and he's got really low smithing. So stuff like that. So that's so these two updates, these two changes, sort of like intertwine to each other. So removing the armor and weapons stores allows people to benefit from skilling more, especially from like crafting, smithing. Then that's like other skills such as wood cutting and mining, because if you want to get like a willow, I don't know, a maple short bow, you're going to have to be able to cut down maple trees. So that is the current progress. What I'm currently working on now is just changing those skills to do that, and then I'll probably looking at removing the stores won't be a problem. We might do something in the future to replace these stores, because if you go into Varrock, there are a few stores in Varrock. Maybe we could make them sell like, I don't know. Maybe players can own the buildings and set up their own stores where they can pass on these armor and weapons which they've smithed themselves. So that is just currently what is going on in the project at the moment from my side. There's a lot of other things we're doing, but yeah, that's it from me. So thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this update. I'll see you next time.